Can you describe some of the test design that allows it to be cloud native? How do all the moving parts in Vitess enable them to be basically go up and down as needed in Kubernetes, which, as you talked about, is a space in which things are constantly in flux?
There is a big gap between what Kubernetes does for you as a software and what the database expects from the environment where it runs. And so what Vitess does is essentially fill that gap. The things that a cloud expects, Vitess fills that gap for a storage system like MySQL. In terms of details, it does two important things. One is it provides a proxy layer that is needed to discover things and send the traffic to the right locations. And the other one is the orchestration layer, which is what needs to be done when a pod goes down or when a pod comes up. What would happen if I took a existing storage software like MySQL or Postgres and just dumped it to Kubernetes? Will I be able to run that software that way?
Right.
And the simple answer is no. There are a few things that are going to fail really, really miserably.
Some people say you can just run Postgres or even stock MySQL with persistent volumes. What is your answer to just basically using these like simple out-of-the-box Kubernetes features that people claim will allow you to run your stateful workloads in Kubernetes?
Persistent volume solves only one set of the problems. It basically gives you the guarantee that if Kubernetes reschedules your pod, your data will not be lost. But that is only one part of the equation. The other part of the equation is how is Kubernetes going to reschedule your pod, and how is the pod going to reconnect to the old volume, and how is it going to resume from where it left off?
Right.
Is still an unsolved problem. There is a second problem, which is many of these systems are not tuned to work across a mounted volume. Most of these databases are tuned for very fast IOPS. And as soon as you make it use a mounted volume, the latency that the mounted volume adds sometimes becomes completely unacceptable. If your application was organically built with a MySQL or Postgres that uses a local disk, that is not going to port transparently inside a cloud storage if you use persistent volumes.